Matte black has been trending in the kitchen and continues to dominate when it comes to style. You'll find matte black finishes incorporated everywhere, from refrigerators, microwaves, ovens to kettles. And now, German brand AEG launches their new matte black collection, which challenges the expected when it comes to design. I'm joined by AEG's Global Design Director, Scott King, to talk through the new matte black collection. Welcome to National Product Review.
Thank you for having me.
Can we start a little bit from the beginning and how it is that you find yourself here?
I think it all starts with being a passionate cook. And I've been in the industry now for 26 years, worked around the world in Japan, China, North America, Sweden, Italy. So I really have enjoyed learning about the culture of cooking. And we see that it varies so much when you travel around the world, whether it's Italy, how you do pasta properly, or whether it's Japan. It really is different everywhere you go, and it plays such an important role in the way you design your appliances, the way you design your kitchen, and realize how much passion there is for cooking in these different places all around the world. And it really is one of those things where you ask people what's important in their kitchen, they'll tell you the recipes that have been handed down through generations. This scrap of paper that's so important to them.
The design of our kitchens have become so ubiquitous, it becomes a part of how we use the kitchen. How does that inform a collection like matte black?
Well, obviously we talk a lot with the large kitchen manufacturers in Europe. We talk to consumers a lot. We're in their homes, talking to them, seeing how they use their products. And we've got trend research as well that helps us sort of guide the future and what we'll see in the next 2 to 3 years, the next 5 years even. And we use that to sort of build up our thoughts on what it could be. And then we work to explore it. And we really do look at the kitchen manufacturers and say, what are they showing? And they're moving away from that traditional approach of pick a knob, pick a handle, and the colour you want in your doors in the premium kitchen, really focusing on texture in the kitchen, texture on the stone, on the door cabinetry being more matte and less glossy. And a lot of this is because we're seeing more open plan, more light getting into the kitchen now, and kitchen designers are comfortable with exploring dark tones again in the kitchen.
When it comes to design, it really does go well beyond the door handles and the finishes. It really does inform every part of the design.
Matte black's was about exploring new materials, and we were asked to come up what would it mean to challenge the expected, and it really was about going out and searching with our colour materials and finishing team to look for new materials that we could apply to an oven. So we found in the architectural industry that there's this matte glass. On a large scale, we tend to see it on a big piece of glass. It really was about miniaturizing that material and applying it on our products and getting that right, so it was perfectly aligned.
And it is extraordinary that you can have a surface in the kitchen that doesn't leave any fingerprints or stains, which is great if you're a cook or you've got little people who are constantly touching surfaces. That becomes the consumer experience.
That was a real pain point for the consumers. So we found that this material made it just as easy to clean as normal glass, even easier to be honest. And it's got this real velvety feel to it when you touch it as well.
The interface is really intuitive. The idea is that all of these functions become really accessible for the consumer.
We want you to get the best out of the oven, of course. So we've got the AEG command wheel, which has been developed over several years, and it is really now super intuitive, super nice to use, so really world-class fit, feel and finish on the knob. Simple to interact with. We've tested with consumers. We know how they like to cook, and we want to give assistance where they need it. So it means we've introduced features like Steamify, where it helps you, for those who don't use steam a lot, to figure out how much steam you need to add to a recipe.
We now have our kitchens so much a part of our living space. How does the matte black collection incorporate into the rest of the home?
So yeah, that's what we see, is that there's so much light in the kitchen now than ever before. We're able to use these darker tones comfortably and explore those. And then we've also got new typologies of product as well, like the combo hob that combines induction and downdraft together, so you can have your cooktop in the island benchtop and really open up that space with no more hood above blocking the view.
Many people are moving into smaller apartments. Can they still have the aesthetic and the use of the matte black collection?
For sure, there's the compact range, which is a range of compact appliances that can be sort of mixed and matched to give you the right combination you need for that smaller space you have. So it really allows you to put them horizontally together or vertically and stack perfectly together because it's a modular system. We know that in a small home, floor space is valuable, so we want to give you the greatest flexibility.
So as a cook, how do you love to use the oven?
You know, I'm lucky enough to have an AEG oven with the full
I would
steam
like to
system.
think so.
And it's got the full steam system, so it's got the sous vide in it, which allows you to sous vide cook in the oven, which is a really fantastic way to make sure the food retains the sort of quality you need and the healthiness that you want.
So we've talked about functionality, we've talked about design, we've talked about finish. What would you say sort of sums up in one line the matte black collection?
Matte black is really a tactile experience, so we invite you to go into the showroom and explore it, touch it, feel it, use the interface, and really challenge the expected.
Thanks so much, Scott. So there you have it, AEG's new matte black collection, a perfect fit for any modern kitchen. Whether you're looking to upgrade, you're renovating, or you need a new suite of appliances for your home. Head to National Product Review to find out more.